Hello. Welcome to my POL presentation. I am a year one humanities student. My name is Heiness Larkins. Welcome to my humanities journey. Humanities. In the beginning of the year, when I was first heard about the Humanities Academy, my mom and I were picking out my classes for the following year. We came across a class labeled Problem Solving Class. I thought, okay, pick that, and didn't think of much of it till I got to the class the next year. The following year. I realized that it was way more than that, and I'm so glad I picked it. Beginning my humanities journey. Hello, my name is Heiness Larkins, and there are two things I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about writing and helping others. So I decided to write a book. Since I had tons of experience on it in the past, and I wrote in many other books in the past throughout middle school, and I thought I was a pretty good writer, and that my writing this book would be a showstopper, and it would be super easy, but it wasn't. I'm used to having a due date for or rushing to get my project done at the last minute, but I realized that this was a year-long project, and I could relax, write a few chapters, and just forget about it. But it wasn't that simple. I lost motivation rather quickly, and just because I didn't have someone standing on my shoulder telling me, hey, you should look at this, or I read your story over and you should do this for grammar, or you should add a T to stupid. But I didn't have that this year, but in this class, and I really struggled. So what did I do next? I switched to the procrastination project. It was a win-win. It was a win-win. I thought of this project the very last minute before we were doing feedback presentation. It was a presentation where we have our classmates and we get feedback on our projects that we're currently working on. And I switched to procrastination project because I was losing motivation on the book, so I decided to switch. But and I got tons of feedback, tons of tips. I decided to do tips. I got like 10 tips, but I didn't know what to do with the tips, so I eventually tried to go into the doc every day, and I was not working on the project at all. So then I so but that went down the drain too. Anyway, that's the beginning of my humanities journey. Hey, boy, Prince that stupid Jeep. Buckle up, you're about to go on a ride through a bumpy story. It's a story of friendship, unconditional love, and coming and heartbreak. And follow along as Atticus navigates through his relationships and friendships with his best friend Joey. And soon we will read how that stupid Jeep ruined his life. What did I do next? I went backwards, retraced my steps in a sense. I thought maybe if I went back to the book, I thought it would be way more motivating the second time. I thought that it would really help me with my other classes since I was writing constantly and I kept going back and forth to the documents. Just I just got this like burst of motivation to write a book, so I started writing it in other classes and just working on it a ton. Editing, going in circles. I just kept going in circles, editing, rereading, and more rereading and more editing. It was just that going cycle over and over again. So eventually I got all my ideas into words and made sense. But I wish I could say it was that simple at the end. How did I do it? I honestly don't know. It was all a blur. words on words, sentences blur together with very, very weird periods. Coming up with more ideas for chapters and just pausing over and over again at certain parts. It's someone playing a song over and over again, but never really getting the point of the song. Roblox. I feel like my motivation was slowly fading away as I got closer to the end of the story. But throughout all of that, I managed to write 10 chapters of my book. 10! Looking back, I wouldn't change a thing. This book really helped me learn my strengths and weaknesses when it comes to writing. As I step into my first habits of mind, please pause and breathe with me. In, out. Here we go. Recently, I made homemade granola with a 3-year-old. They're a toddler, so they don't really have great patience. The toddler spilled some oats on the floor, and instead I self-telling her that you're done, we're not doing this, you're done, go sit over there and I'll tell you when the granola's done. I said, it's okay to make a mess, we can always clean it up when we're done. So then I saw the toddler's expression just change immediately from disappointment to excitement to mix the batter into the to mix the peanut butter and the oats together. It made it, their energy spread to me and made me super excited to I realized that I should do this more. Like I should really do this more. Finding humor. While working on this project, I realized I found humor in my mistakes instead of shame. I would shame myself for saying, "Why would I write this?" or "That doesn't even make sense," or Why didn't you read the title before typing it? Like, you could clearly see there's no T in stupid. But at the end of the day, but if I didn't learn to laugh, I would just fall into this cold darkness, and I did not deserve that. I knew that I was smart and I was capable of way more than shame. For example, as you look over to your left, there is a picture of baked oats that overflowed in the baking dish. I learned that day to laugh with my best friend since his came out perfect and mine didn't. And we just kept laughing and laughing and laughing, and soon it came out perfect. And if I didn't find humor, I would have just gave up right then and there. But anyway, thank you for listening to my presentation. Have a great day.